you want to look over here, this machine here is basically another relic from a garbage dump, if you can imagine. We got the base from MI Plastics right up the road here, and they basically donated it to us because they were getting rid of it. And what we were able to do is convert it into a assembly unit here for us. We used to press each of these bushings in one at a time. And if you got one cocked at all that it wasn't quite straight, it would ruin a very expensive part at the very last stage of the process. So our design engineering group basically worked on this, and we have realized a 4,000 hour savings, annualized savings, on the time that it took us to do these parts before. So what you do now is you just basically locate your bushing right onto the hole, hit your buttons, and this unit will just slide right in. Everything gets pressed in all at one time. Making sure that everything is level and perfectly seated. And then it moves itself out the process, and it's a completed part. Then what we do is we remove it from here, and we put it over here on our specialized crate. One of the unique things about Ashland Technologies is that we pay attention to every single detail. And you would be surprised at how impressed people are with the quality of our packaging. You can see here, all these parts are in here. They'll never bang together. Very easy for us to do inventory control. Basically, we could see that there's always 50 in this box. We don't have to count them. They're not banging together. And really, this was generated from our customers' need. They were getting pallets of them, and they were sliding all over the place, and it was a real mess on their floor. So by doing this, we were actually able to increase their efficiency on the other side, because now all the guy has to do when he's putting it together is pick it out and put it right into the grill. So huge time savings. And here's some other examples of different ones that we would use to basically customize packaging. And then if we move over to this one, this will showcase one of our other capabilities that we have in-house. I think one of the biggest things that we want to stress throughout this entire program is the fact that we can do all of this stuff in-house. You saw this part over at the saw earlier actually being cut, and then you saw this part over in the mills being machined, and now it's been anodized, and we actually do a laser engraving process here on the top of it. So why don't we actually go back into the back room and see how that laser process is done. So we just saw this part out on the floor. Now we're actually in our laser room. We can do laser engraving here at this facility. This is an anodized piece. We actually removed the anodization from this process. We can also mark it on other metals. We can do woods. We can do plastics. We can even do gaskets. You know, for a custom gasket, sometimes it's very difficult to find these gaskets. We can laser engrave a custom gasket. This thing is basically almost like a printer. I mean, it's very sophisticated software, but ultimately it boils down to being almost a printer. You could take a picture of somebody and laser engrave them right on this piece of material if we really wanted to. So we're going to work here with Angelo on finishing up this piece, which is what we saw out on the floor. So I won't pretend to know how a laser works. All I know is that it's pretty darn cool. So many times what we'll do for a customer is they want serial numbers on their parts, or they'll want a barcode laser engraved on their part. And in fact, on many of the amusement rides we make that our own requirement, that we have tracking numbers on every part that we make. And sometimes we even have them in hidden locations so we can make sure that if there ever is an issue, we can go back and locate and make sure that it actually is our part. So we use this laser technology quite often on putting inconspicuous marks and numbers in our different devices that we manufacture. And if you look over here, you can actually see that we have quite a bit of different stuff that we can do. Here's some examples of even another photograph. This is Roger's daughter, who's been working around with us all day long, hitting a baseball. I mean, this is a full action shot that we were actually able to laser engrave onto a piece of material. And then to the right, you actually have a piece for Great Coasters. It was a marketing piece that they had used for Celebration City and the IAPA Summer Meeting. And you can see some of the other devices laying around. Probably one of the more interesting ones is this map of Pennsylvania here. Since this is PCN Tours, we certainly like to be proud to present that. As I told you earlier, our vision is to put our autograph on the world manufacturing market as the first international network of machine shops. And what we did here is we had everybody sign a piece of paper. We were able to scan those in and laser mark them right here. You know, we certainly are proud of the fact that we're from Schuylkill County, originally started in Ashland, and you know, we're proud of our heritage and the people here in Schuylkill County. And you know, people are really what make this business the business. We saw a lot of metal today, saw a lot of equipment, but without the people and the high quality of people that we have, this just wouldn't be possible. I hope you enjoyed our tour of how we turn metal into thrills. And again, like I was saying in the laser room, you know, it really boils down to people. You know, certainly we love our games, we love our rides, and we certainly are real happy with our partners in the roller coaster industry, the gyroscopes, the basketball games, the dart guns, and all the different things that we make. But, you know, without the people and some of the organizations that really have supported us through the years, we wouldn't be able to be here. So until next time, hopefully we'll see you in the park riding on some of our rides.